And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, law enforcement is searching for Jeremy Hill from Greenbush, who was first reported missing last Thursday.
Our Doug Banks spoke with his mother.
Love you, Jeremy. If you are anywhere out there, just please reach out. It doesn't matter where you are or why you went. Please let someone know.
On Thursday, April 18th, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office received a missing person report in the town of Greenbush. According to the Sheriff's Office, 47-year-old Jeremy Hill of Greenbush had been missing for several days by the time that report came in.
Call home. You know you're always welcome to call home, and your family loves you very much, and we're very worried.
They say he's 5 feet 10 inches, weighs 200 pounds, has brown hair, and was last seen wearing gray-colored clothing. Deputies and other law enforcement departments, including the Customs and Border Protection Air Mobility Operations, have been searching for any sign of him.
Not knowing is hard, and we know the sheriffs they're doing everything they can to try to locate him.
Hill's mother, Bonnie, who asked for her face not to be shown, describes Jeremy as a good and generous person.
I'm hoping that he's okay, and if anybody has any information, no matter how small it is, I just wish that they would come forward and just leave an anonymous, call to the sheriff or anything that may help find him.
If anyone has information about the investigation or the whereabouts of Jeremy Hill, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office asks that you call 207-945-4636. In Greenbush, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Clinton Police Department is asking for the public's help finding a missing man there. The Maine Warden Service spent the day looking for 40-year-old Damon Bickford. He was reported missing around 10 o'clock last night. Bickford is described as 5 feet 8 inches tall with dark hair, blue eyes, and a brown and white beard. He weighs around 205 pounds, rather. Police say Bickford was last seen wearing gray pants, a flannel shirt of an unknown color, and hiking boots. They say he left his phone at home, and anyone who may have seen him or has information about his whereabouts is urged to contact the Clinton Police Department as soon as possible.
Governor Janet Mills has signed into law the supplemental budget passed by the legislature last week. It builds on the biennial budget signed by Governor Mills in 2023 that, among other things, created a paid family and medical leave program here in Maine. The governor's office says the supplemental budget funds important public safety and mental health initiatives, like using $3.2 million to establish an Office of Violence Prevention at the Maine CDC, and it also provides $4.4 million to establish crisis receiving centers in Lewiston, as well as Penobscot and Aroostook counties. It also provides millions to strengthen storm response and recovery efforts and address homelessness and the need for more affordable housing. In a statement, the governor said, quote, "This budget makes vital investments in things Maine people need right now. It is the product of a lot of discussion and negotiation. While we will need to keep a close eye on the budget next year in light of flattening revenues, this budget takes important steps forward to address our state's most pressing problems," end quote.
A Mount Desert Island resident is charged with 2 counts of arson following a pair of fires at separate homes. A Department of Public Safety spokesperson tells us local fire departments responded to 2 separate fires at 2 properties off Stanley Mountain Road in Mount Desert. No one was home at either residence at the time of the fires. The fire marshal's office was called in to investigate. 58-year-old Glenn Stanley of MDI was charged with 2 counts of arson in connection with those fires. He was taken to the Hancock County Jail to be booked.
Well, some tense moments on Ward Hill Road in Norridge Walk early this morning as Maine State Police tactical and crisis negotiation teams were called in to assist during a standoff situation. Maine Department of Public Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss confirmed to ABC 7 and Fox 22 News that Maine State Police were called to assist the Somerset County Sheriff's Office with a public safety incident. Moss says 32-year-old Nicholas Uriah Eckhart was taken into custody without incident. He is charged with 1 count of reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon and 1 count of criminal threatening. Some roads were closed in the area as law enforcement dealt with that situation. Bail was set at $100,000 cash. Eckhart is being held at the Somerset County Jail.
A man arrested in connection with an illegal marijuana growing operation in Pasadumkeag was in federal court today. According to court records, Shi Guo allegedly unlawfully and knowingly maintained a place for the purpose of manufacturing and distributing marijuana. Homeland Security, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, and other law enforcement agencies served a search warrant at 549 Main Road in Pasadumkeag in February. Records indicate officers found a growing system and 3 black bags, each containing around 13 pounds of processed marijuana. They also found more than $4,000 in cash. Shi Guo's bail was set at $5,000.
Bangor police officers will have a larger presence downtown moving forward. The department is bringing back its downtown walking beat after suspending the program for a couple of years. Bangor Police Sergeant Jason McCambley says they had to stop due to staffing issues, but now they're excited to get back out into the community.
It's a great program. When it went away, it was horrible because we made some fantastic strides with really addressing a lot of the issues that people deal with downtown and establishing really good connections with the people downtown that work here, that own these stores, and that's what we want.
Sergeant McCambley says the walking beat will help the department address inappropriate behavior at Bangor's downtown parks, and he says they will officially reintroduce that program in late May.
As many turn to various cleanup efforts on Earth Day, members of the Waterville community and the Maine Citizens Climate Lobby came together to create a mural, sending a message of hope for the future of our planet. Our Grace Blanchard has that story.
A new mural is front and center this Earth Day at the Paul J. Schuff Art Center in downtown Waterville.
We worked with the Citizens Climate Lobby and artist Lucky Platt to create a cranky, which is a big scroll drawing that moves.
The mural was inspired by a poem that shares a story of how humans have negatively impacted the planet, but ends with a message of hope.
The poet was Cynthia Stankoff, and she wrote this very hopeful poem about Earth Day and how humans could come together to really help the planet heal, to help our planet actually be a really great place that we want to live.
The project was storyboarded by students from the Waterville Alternative High School and then completed by members of the community. Lead artist on the project, Lucky Platt, says it was a truly collaborative effort.
The poem suggests, and certainly the activity of collaborating together and art making suggests that actually your small gesture does make a difference, and your small gesture contributes to the whole in a way that that kind of takes on this daunting task. So
members of Waterville Create says it also serves as a call to action.
I think it's really important to feel that hope because that hope motivates us to do more, to do things like call our senators or to do things like create artworks together. And I think hope is really important. I think human beings, when they don't experience hope, that's when they give up.
Anyone who wants to see the mural up close is encouraged to stop at the Art Center. In Waterville, I'm Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
There's certainly any number of ways to commemorate Earth Day, maybe taking a step forward and reducing your own carbon footprint. In this case, you know, some beautiful art that people can enjoy and hopefully take in that message.
Yeah, absolutely. Really nice that they were able to be collaborative on that effort and release it to the public on Earth Day.
Indeed.
And on this Earth Day, we experienced a pretty nice day out there, but those winds were definitely felt.
Yeah, they definitely were. It was breezy and it made the day maybe a little chillier than you might have thought just looking out your window. Let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much. Our first weather tonight is brought to you by Refine Contractors. Refine, your local expert in window and door installation, carpentry, repairs, and commercial facilities management. Give them a call today. Rise with Refine. And what a cooler day out there today. Temperatures only in those upper 40s. Look at Greenville back in those 30s for today. Didn't even hit 40 earlier today. Now, the winds are starting to calm down a little bit, still gusting at around 10, 15 miles per hour with wind gusts, even up to 20 at times. We saw an abundant amount of sunshine earlier today and still sticking around some pretty clear skies, and that will be the case into those overnight hours. Big changes, though, on the way Tuesday night into Wednesday. Overnight, though, not really any clouds. We're looking at clear skies. Temperatures back in those upper 20s.
Alrighty, Conrad, thank you so much.
And we'll be right back with more local news after the break.
Fires, floods, burst pipes. Disasters happen, but the mess they leave behind doesn't have to last. For 40 years, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration has been there to help Mainers get back to the closest to normal as they can. When your property is at its worst, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is at their best, and they have been for 4 decades. Put your trust in the Bouchard team. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
It was one thing when my mom got Alzheimer's, but then we started noticing things that seemed off. She developed agitation that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. Sometimes she'd fidget with her fingers, get suddenly overwhelmed, and even throw things. And that was just never her. So we asked her doctor what else we could do.
Rexulti is the only FDA-approved medication proven to reduce agitation symptoms that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. Rexulti can cause serious side effects. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, increased cholesterol, low white blood cells, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Rexulti helped reduce my mom's symptoms.
Take action for your loved one. Ask their doctor about Rexulti.
Hey Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Chase's Family Restaurant and Hideaway Lounge or from Chick-fil-A. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Blind Faith Tattoo, Bangor, K&M Auto, Holden, Old Town Redemption Center, and Twin City Tile Brewer.
This is the beginning of a battle.
The epic rivalry that drove them to stardom.
It was like 2 alphas hitting.
TMZ presents Arnold and Sly, Rivals, Friends, Icons, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Hello, I'm Emma Smith, and coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear about the deteriorating roads in Patton that lead to Maine's new national monument and what's being proposed to fix them. Plus, we'll hear about some badly needed funding heading towards Washington County. We'll hear these stories plus that full forecast coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Welcome back. The state held the first hearing to determine if Oxford County Sheriff Christopher Wainwright should be removed from office due to 3 alleged incidents that happened between 2022 and 2024. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard was at the hearing and has more.
We are here today because the Oxford County Board of Commissioners, between November 22nd and January 2024, became aware of several concerning incidents of what they believe to be illegal and unethical conduct by the sheriff in the performance of his professional duties.
In February, the Oxford County Commissioners submitted a 9-page complaint to Governor Mills saying Sheriff Christopher Wainwright had engaged in illegal and unethical behavior. The complaint claims the sheriff directed a subordinate to, quote, make right a traffic ticket for an acquaintance, hired 2 school resource officers who didn't have current law enforcement certifications, and improperly disposed of firearms held by the sheriff's office.
Did you have an understanding of whether or not the sheriff wanted you to try and find the owners of any firearms that were going to be cleared out of the evidence room?
No, I was told not to search for them. If somebody hasn't called looking for them, we shouldn't do that much work trying to find them.
And why not?
Because it was income from the county.
One county commissioner testified that it's in the taxpayers' best interest to remove Sheriff Wainwright due to the numerous independent investigations surrounding the incidents and the facts those investigations uncovered.
Some of the facts that she uncovered was alarming and could create liability, additional liability and risk to the county, and it may have been a criminal act.
Sheriff Wainwright says no firearms were taken from law-abiding citizens and his conduct doesn't warrant removal from office. The presiding officer, former Maine Supreme Court Justice Donald Alexander, will present his findings and recommendations to Governor Mills, who will then make her final decision. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
An Auburn man is accused of robbing and threatening multiple people at multiple churches in York and Cumberland counties yesterday. That suspect is identified as 27-year-old Connor McGlone. CBS 13's Owen Kingsley tracked down details on that alleged crime spree, the police chase, and one elderly woman's efforts to stop him.
Sunday morning's string of robberies started here at Keyser Falls Assembly of God in Parsonsfield. Maine State Police say that just after 10 o'clock, a man threatened to kill a woman here in the parking lot in reference to having a gun.
He said, "Hey, I'm coming off heroin and I need help."
Philip Wood, the pastor of Keyser Falls Assembly of God, said over the phone Monday that a man pulled into their parking lot Sunday asking for help.
And he said, I'm sick. He said, I don't want to hurt anybody.
Wood says one young woman started giving him water and cleaning his vomit when he threatened her life and took off.
He just guns it, and he almost runs over the young lady who was helping clean him up. The young lady said, he just threatened me with a gun. He said he's going to kill me.
Investigators then say a man flagged down police on Route 25 in Cornish, telling police he was held at gunpoint in the parking lot of Cornish United Church of Christ. After that, police say the subject grabbed some cash from the offering plate at West Baldwin United Methodist Church.
An 86-year-old female actually stepped up to stop him from taking the money, and she got pushed out of the way and fell over.
Police found the suspect's silver Subaru and a chase began. This is viewer video from along Route 107 that appears to show a speeding silver Subaru being followed closely by multiple police cruisers.
I believe he probably would have just kept going until he was stopped.
The chase ended in Bridgeton, where 27-year-old Connor McGlone of Auburn was arrested and charged with robbery, assault, and theft. McGlone already had 3 warrants out for his arrest because of previous robberies.
We're praying for him. That's our response.
And that was Owen Kingsley reporting. Meanwhile, state police say they discovered the body of a murdered man from Maine. Investigators say they found 34-year-old Alex Jackson's body Friday in Stark, New Hampshire. The cause and manner of death hasn't been released yet. Jackson had been missing since last May. 30-year-old Joe Shute of Leeds, Maine is accused of killing Jackson. He was arrested in late March, and he filed a motion last week for the charges to be dismissed. His attorney argued the state couldn't prove Shute was the killer without proof Jackson was dead. But again, authorities now say his body has been found.
Validation for a Western Maine family after 2.5 years of waiting. A report from the Attorney General's office shows their loved one was shot in the back by an Auburn police sergeant. That fatal shooting was deemed justified, but as Mal Meyer explains, it does leave the door open for legal action.
It started with an anonymous call to police about a potential hostage situation at what was the Value Inn Motel. Then Sergeant Stephen Goslin responded to the scene and saw a suspicious man in the parking lot. A new Attorney General's report says Goslin tried to stop 36-year-old Joseph Arbor, who turned and pointed a gun at him before threatening to kill himself. Arbor then put the gun by his side before crossing Center Street. Sergeant Goslin followed and fired 3 times.
There must be a protocol other than shooting someone in the back. There has to be.
John and Carol Cox have been waiting for this since September 27, 2021.
It's still hard to swallow. No.
Hard to talk about. It brings back all those memories like it was just yesterday.
And it's been a long time. We expected something sooner.
After the shooting, we requested any video that could show the confrontation and renewed that request today. We haven't received a response from the AG's office.
We saw pictures of him on the sidewalk like this, down. He went on his face.
The family also wants to see the footage, despite how hard that might be.
It's the only way that we're going to know that the investigation is true.
The report says the investigation does not include an analysis of whether any personnel action might be warranted, if it could have been averted, or if there might be civil liability. Have you thought about pursuing a lawsuit or any other kind of legal actions?
I have.
John Cox says he previously spoke to an attorney, but needed this report before doing anything else.
I'm definitely going to pursue one because Joseph has a little girl that's 4 years old, and he's got a wife and they're longing for him. They're still at a loss.
We contacted the Attorney General's office for an interview, but was told he was unavailable this week. Auburn's police chief declined an interview. Goslin, who's now a lieutenant, hasn't returned our call.
And that was Mal Meyer reporting. And coming up, we'll be taking a look at headlines around the nation.
Stay with us.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade. I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed with any unlimited data plan.
Corendia presents the ABCs of CKD. C is for chronic, because chronic kidney disease and type 2 diabetes gets worse over time. K is for kidneys, because kidney damage can lead to kidney failure and dialysis. D is for doing more to protect your kidneys. Corendia is for adults with CKD and type 2 diabetes and is a once-daily tablet that is proven to reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis. Corendia also slows the progression of kidney damage and reduces the risk of cardiovascular events such as heart attacks. Do not take Corendia if you have problems with your adrenal glands or take certain medications called CYP3A4 inhibitors. Corendia can cause high potassium levels in your blood. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and ask before taking potassium supplements or salt substitutes containing potassium. Corendia can also cause low blood pressure and low blood sodium. Kidney damage from CKD and type 2 diabetes is not reversible. Don't wait to ask your doctor if Corendia is right for you.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds. That's great. I know, I've been telling everyone. Liberty. Liberty. How many people did you tell? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
Our biggest challenge? Uncertainty. Hidden fees, surcharges, who knows what to expect.
Turn shipping to your advantage.
Keep it simple with clear upfront pricing.
With USPS Ground Advantage.
There's a kidnapping today.
Put out the alert.
Alert is back, and it's bigger, better.
Try staying in your lane.
And more action-packed than ever.
I don't know what you're thinking about doing, but don't.
It's like the beginning of a horror movie, you know?
Let me out of here!
You don't believe in knocking, do you?
That was way cooler.
We're gonna find this missing person.
Alert NPU, all new Tuesdays on Fox. There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Lawyers in former President Trump's criminal hush money trial make their opening statements before the first witness gets called to the stand. Fox's Connor Hansen has more from New York.
Former President Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial wrapped for the day after opening statements and the start of testimony. David Pecker, the ex-publisher of the National Enquirer, was called to the stand as the prosecution's first witness. Prosecutors claim Pecker worked with Trump and his ex-attorney, Michael Cohen, to allegedly buy and bury negative stories about Trump before the 2016 election.
Today, they really hit big on the notion that there was a conspiracy to disrupt the election.
Trump is also facing charges he falsified business records to cover up the illegal payments. Pecker confirmed the tabloid, quote, used checkbook journalism and often paid for stories.
All the evidence is going to show that the business records in question, one, were not made by President Trump, and two, were not in any way, shape, or form fraudulent.
Before testimony continues Tuesday, the judge is holding a hearing on whether or not Trump repeatedly violated his gag order by publicly attacking witnesses and posting on Truth Social. Prosecutors are requesting the former president be fined at least $3,000.
Witnesses like Michael Cohen can go on TV, can record podcasts, can say anything they want. And meanwhile, we're subject to totally unconstitutional restrictions on what we're able to say.
David Pecker will resume his testimony tomorrow. The court's also expecting to hear from other high-profile witnesses like Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
The Ukraine aid bill that passed the House over the weekend is on its way to the Senate for debate and possible passage tomorrow. This comes as House Speaker Mike Johnson stands firm in the face of calls for his ouster. Fox's Chad Pergram has that story from Capitol Hill.
The right furious at House Speaker Mike Johnson.
We expected a more conservative speaker.
Marjorie Taylor Greene still threatening to take out the speaker.
Mike Johnson has betrayed America. He's betrayed Republican voters.
Some Republicans exasperated at the infighting.
To all of my colleagues, cut your crybaby nonsense out. Focus on the task at hand.
Over the weekend, Greene never triggered her resolution to oust Johnson. She likely would have lost because she lacked the votes. The Ukraine bill served as a de facto vote in favor of Johnson, especially from Democrats.
I think Speaker Johnson's been sincere, been honest in reaching across the aisle and working together.
Johnson appeared today in McAllen, Texas, but the right is fuming over what the foreign aid plan lacks.
I'm frustrated that there was zero border security in the bill.
We have terrorists, drugs, criminals flocking across our southern border. There is nothing in this bill.
Conservatives demand the chance to add border security to the plan.
Under no circumstances would I vote for the bill as passed by the House of Representatives. This is a really good deal for Ukraine and Zelensky. It's a really good deal for Hamas.
Ohio Republican J.D. Vance opposes helping Ukraine. He faces a backlash from Ukraine advocates.
I challenge J.D. Vance to go to Ukraine and get a briefing from the Ukrainian military and talk to the Ukrainian people, then tell me what you think.
Also in the bill, a provision to force China to divest itself of TikTok. The final vote comes Tuesday or Wednesday. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
Student protests capturing the attention of both presidential candidates as the Israel-Hamas war extends beyond its 6th month. Fox's Kevin Cork has the latest.
President Biden weighing in on protests happening nearly 300 miles away.
Do you condemn the anti-Semitic protests on college campuses?
I condemn the anti-Semitic protests. That's why I've set up a program to deal with that.
In New York, pro-Palestinian protests swelled. At Columbia University, more than 100 student groups joining forces to call for the university to divest financially from companies and institutions that, quote, profit from Israeli apartheid, genocide, and occupation in Palestine. NYPD arresting dozens of protesters last week, forcing Columbia to cancel in-person classes on Monday.
We're making judgment calls. We're doing it to the very best of our ability. And the stakes are high. There's no question about that.
At Biden's Earth Day event, Congresswoman from New York, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, touted the protest as being peaceful.
Today also serves as a reminder of the power of organizing.
In an interview with Fox News, Columbia student Eden Yadigar said there have been no consequences for anti-Israel protesters repeatedly violating university policies.
Right now, we're witnessing an institutional failure across the board. We need an institution that's going to start leading and clarifying what is acceptable and what is not acceptable.
And on Truth Social, former President Trump suggested police stationed outside Manhattan's courthouse should have been deployed to Columbia University instead of deterring his supporters. In Washington, I'm Kevin Cork, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the U.S. State Department is reportedly weighing potential sanctions against a particular unit of Israel's military. It comes as troops continue their strikes in southern Gaza. Fox's Jeff Paul has more.
As fighting in Gaza continues, Israeli leaders are criticizing potential U.S. sanctions against one particular unit of the IDF. Israeli leaders are identifying the unit as Netza Yehuda. It's a group of ultra-Orthodox soldiers who came under heavy criticism in 2022 when an elderly Palestinian-American man was found dead after being detained at a West Bank checkpoint. Officials here are calling the pending decision unfair, especially at a time when the country is fighting a war against Hamas.
As our soldiers are united to protect us on the battlefield, we are united to protect them on the political field.
Nearly 7 months into the conflict, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will increase pressure on Hamas in the coming days. Over the weekend, Troops intensified strikes on the city of Rafah in southern Gaza, despite calls from Western allies to exercise restraint.
We continue to work every day to bring the fighting to an end, to secure the release of hostages held by Hamas and other groups, to uphold international humanitarian law.
Meanwhile, Israel's top military intelligence chief announced his resignation on Monday after failures to prevent the October 7th attack. Defense officials say his decision could set the stage for more officials to resign.
What did they miss in terms of the training and preparation? I mean, they've got huge technological oversight of what has taken place. To miss all of that is really quite stunning.
All of this comes as people here in Israel begin celebrating Passover, which begins tonight. In Tel Aviv, Jeff Paul, Fox News.
All right, and there are more local stories to come,
including sports coming up. Stay with us.
Saturdays, baseball's best are showing out. The biggest games on the best day of the week. Fox Saturday Baseball, all season long.
It's Ram Truck Month at Quirk Ram in Bangor. Deep discounts on remaining 23 Ram 1500 Bighorn. Save over $10,000 and buy for $59,000. Or save big on Gladiator Sport S with discounts over $9,700. Find your Ram or Jeep at Quirk.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate. 974-7815.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos? Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money, and I'll fight to get it for you. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Another client had a brain injury, and we got them $1.15 million. If you get hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
When My Mechanic Company wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. My Mechanic Company, located in Carmel, is your go-to for auto repair. Whether you need brakes, tires, diagnostics, or a state inspection, My Mechanic has you covered. Come see why My Mechanic should be your mechanic.
Hello, Ghostbusters! It's Doug. We help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. We've got a bit of a situation. Sure, I can hold.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In theaters now.
Name a place you love being naked.
Does Steve sing her a song, get super shy, pull out flowers?
Can't you look at me?
No, ma'am. I don't want to make eye contact with you. Only reason I'm asking you this because it's on the card.
Steve, you would have asked me that in your younger days.
Family Feud, the only choice.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Plan your next road trip in a new Hyundai from Quirk Hyundai in Bangor. For safety and style, lease 24 Kona SEL all-wheel drive for only $299 per month and enjoy 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. It's your Hyundai. Find it at Quirk.
4 local roads in Patton leading to the Katahdin Woods and Waters National Monument are in desperate need of repair, and the town manager is hoping to secure federal funding to help kickstart the project. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
Patton, a small town that offers stunning views, displaying Mount Katahdin's beauty with its national monument. However, the roads leading up to the property are in such disrepair that town officials say something needs to be done. So town manager Gail Albert is doing her best to make something happen.
These roads are deteriorating. They need a full restoration.
Happy Corner Road, Frenchville Road, Waters Road, and Baileyville Road are all affected. Albert says these roads were originally built for wagons and light traveling and never for the traffic they're currently experiencing.
Never were these roads intended for vehicle traffic over 4,000 people in a short period of time.
However, Albert says the town simply doesn't make enough money to fund these fixes. Town manager Gail Albert says just to do a partial reconstruction of these roads costs nearly $17 million, but to do a full reconstruction of these roads costs almost $27 million.
The road should be, I believe, 26 feet wide, and in some areas, these are really just a little bit over 1 lane wide. Well, our concern is someone who is not from this area traveling on these roads is it's not going to be safe.
Patton's Public Works Director Kevin Noy says it's necessary the roads get the attention they deserve.
These roads, they're getting hard to maintain as they're so bad shape that anything you're doing is just patching them.
It's nice to live here, but it'd be nicer if the roads were good.
Albert says she's actively talking to Senators Susan Collins and Angus King about applying for federal funding that would cover all parts of the project. In Patton, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, if you know a veteran in need of a new roof, or you are a veteran in need of a new roof, there's a chance you could get the project done for free. Now in its second year, Smith Builders' Roofs for Heroes project is accepting applications to help veterans until the end of April. 4 lucky recipients will have the opportunity to have their roof repaired free of charge. A deal that Smith Builders owner Ted Murray agrees sounds a bit too good to be true.
You tell them, well, hey, you might qualify for this program and we can actually give you a free roof. And they're like, I don't know, something just doesn't seem right. But it is true. The materials and the labor and the disposal all is covered in the project.
Well, it's just another great way to help veterans that live in our area. For details and an application, you can go to our website, foxbangor.com. Love to see the opportunity for, what would be very, very expensive repairs, for our veterans who might need it, and they can get it done for free. At least 4 of them can.
Yeah, and a really great and thoughtful way for them to give back, using their expertise to help people who have served all of us. So I really love the idea there.
I do too. It just makes me smile. Alrighty, folks. Well, coming up, our full 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
And get ready, folks. I know it was a cooler day out there today. We're not quite done with winter just yet. We're talking some snow. Back in the forecast, snow, who, what, when, where? I'll have all the answers coming up.
Tired of your internet service constantly letting you down? Those other providers may promise the world with their flashy advertisements, but are you truly having a good customer experience? Fear not, because there's a new player in town. Introducing GoNet Speed. No more endless hold times or automated responses. We're here to listen, support, and provide you with the exceptional service you deserve. Our fast, reliable fiber internet, it's mind-blowing. Let us show you what true internet satisfaction feels like.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Are you ready? It's Ford Truck Month, and we're celebrating 47 years as the best-selling trucks in America with special once-a-year offers on Ford F-Series, including the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the North American Truck of the Year. It's time to celebrate America. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 1.9% APR for 72 months on a 2023 Ford F-150 only at your New England Ford dealers.
Is this the start of a dynasty, a redemption tour, a breakthrough, or is this the makings of the wildest ride you'll ever witness? Any questions?
Happy Monday and welcome back. What an exciting day. Our main weather tonight is brought to you by Big Pine Painting, the #1 family-owned and operated painting company serving Bangor and Belfast and surrounding areas. For all your paint, drywall, and pressure washing needs, call today for your free estimates. And get ready, my friends. We're talking a little bit more rain moving in right now. It's right at Illinois into Wisconsin, and that will continue to develop as it gets closer to our region. early Wednesday morning. For now, though, not bad. The weather's pretty calm. We saw lots of sunshine earlier today. I know it was a cooler day. It was windy. It just wasn't the best type of day, but it was sunny. At least we did get that sunshine. We're going to continue to stay clear for tonight, into the day tomorrow. By tomorrow night, we're going to see some increasing clouds, and then by Wednesday morning, that's when that rain will start to move in, pretty much taking over, of course, like always, mainly rolling in from west to east, and that will continue to make its way across the state. But what is this? What's this blue and white showing up on the radar? That's a little bit more snow rolling in. As cooler temperatures make their way closer to our region, that rain will be mixing with a little bit of snow here in town as well. If you're going north, Millinocket, Greenville, and north of that, you're going to get into a pretty solid rain and snow mix by those afternoon to evening hours tomorrow. Maybe up to an inch of snow in some spots. We're talking mainly under that. And then, of course, it will be melting away very quickly, probably by the next day. Now, generally, all over the state, we're looking at around 2/10 of an inch of rain right by Bangor. And then here right by the coast, we're looking at Bar Harbor, Machias, Rockland, possibly around 1/10 of an inch of rain at most. So in general, not a big rain or snow event. Yes, we're still talking a little bit of snowflakes mixing in there. I know it's end of April, but we're not done just yet. Now, it's going to be another windy day out there for tomorrow. We're talking generally wind gusts around 30 miles an hour up north, here into central Maine, and right at the coast, we're talking even wind gusts around 25, possibly up to 30 miles an hour at times. Much better by Wednesday. We're talking more of a calm wind, and finally better with temperatures as well. Not like today. Upper 40s here in town, Greenville back in those upper 30s, even a couple of spots all the way up north. Only mid-30s as your high temperature. Our average here in Bangor, 56 degrees. So Tuesday, we're going to be closer to average, a little bit below average Wednesday and Thursday. Right back up to near 60 degrees by the weekend. So yes, we did it. Much warmer temperatures will be back. For tonight, though, mid-20s outside, clear skies. Of course, it's going to be chilly as well. The wind will make it feel like we're back in the teens. For tomorrow, an abundant amount of sunshine, windy conditions, but still, we're going to be warm. Temperatures back in those mid-50s. Our extended forecast outlook does show rain in the area Wednesday, possibly mixing with some rain and snow Wednesday night. Much better conditions Thursday into Friday, especially by Saturday, back to around 60 degrees.
I'm focusing on the sunshine.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. And we're going to leave it there. Sports is next.
You're in the driver's seat. You choose what road to take. But soon, you'll be taking a back seat to big government because President Biden just banned most new gas-powered cars. They've made it clear it's their way or the highway, even if electric vehicles aren't right for you or your family. Call Senator King. Tell him to stop the car ban before it's too late. Don'tBanOurCars.com. Paid for by American Fuel and Petrochemical Manufacturers.
Protect your vehicle from rusting away with Bell's Automotive Protection. We are the leader in mobile undercoating and rust proofing in Maine. We'll travel right to your driveway using the best and safest products on the market. This is much safer than rubberized coatings that can cause damage later on. We spray all types of vehicles, including commercial fleets. We all know vehicles aren't cheap anymore. Don't let the harsh winter chemicals eat them away. Call us or visit our page for a free quote. 207-659-3805.
Hood milking you. It's why we do what we do. Day in and day out. Making milk you can trust. With no artificial growth hormones. So you can feel good about Hood.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
When Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Crockett's Excavation, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start with some playoff hockey. Game 2 at the Garden on Monday night between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. Bruins looking for a 2-0 lead. To the Garden we go. No time like playoff hockey time in Boston. First period is where we will pick it up. No score. Bruins on the power play. Brad Marchand gets it. He sends it across the crease to Morgan Geekie, who scores. Bruins lead 1-0. 1-1 now, seconds left in the first. Bees moving it around. Pavel Zacha, a nice backhanded pass to David Pastrnak, who nails it. Bees take the lead going into the break. Same score now, Leafs on the power play. End of the second, puck finds John Tavares, who turns, fires, and beats Linus Ullmark. We are all tied up. Ullmark played a great game, too, in the third period. Stonewalls Toronto on a really good opportunity there. Keeps the game even. But in the end, the Leafs would get him. One-on-one with Austin Matthews. That's going to get the job done. Bruins fall 3-2. They head to Toronto with the series tied at 1. Moving on now and onto the Diamond, we'll go to some high school softball over in Bucksport. Defending regional champion Bucks hosting the Ponies from Foxcroft Academy in a Class C North matchup. 2 on in the first for Bucksport's Olivia Shute. She ropes one to deep center, but Riley Heel tracks it nice, makes a great play to keep the game scoreless. Bottom of the inning now, Grace Green ropes one up the middle. She is going to lead off the Ponies with a single, but Natalie Simpson would settle in nicely. She would strike out 2 to end the inning. There's the first one right there. Safe at first on the throwback. Bottom of the second we go. Bucks up 2-0. Jetta Shook at the plate with 2 runners on. She lines one into left field. That is going to bring home 2 runs. Bucksport now leads 4-0. Same score now for Lily Ciavelli. She is going to lift one into left. That is caught cleanly, but plenty deep enough to bring in the run, and the throw gets away at home. And look at Shook. Good heads-up base running. Realizes no one's covering. She scores 2. Bucks win 14-3. To some lacrosse now. Over to Hedrick Field we go for the across-the-river rivalry, Bangor and Brewer. First quarter, Rams have it. Michael Moscone finds Will Peck. He scoops, spins, and fires, and bounces one home. Takes the hit in the process, too. 1-0 Rams. Looking to add to it now. Cole Mazzy gets it. He is going to fire, but Andrew Gerard stonewalls him in net to keep it a 1-0 game. Here they go again. Mazzy is going to get it again here, and again he is going to rip one, but again Gerard keeps them off the board. 2-0 Rams now. Pelk looking for an early hat trick, and he connects. Nice pass there to set it up to 3 goals early for him, and the Rams offense would keep on coming. This time it's Marc-Andre Perron. Fights for it, risks one, that goes Rams. Go on to win 13-2. And for some other scores from around the area now, Foxcroft Academy beats Bucksport in baseball 5-4. Bangor beats Camden Hills in baseball 9-0, but the Windjammers get them in softball 7-0. And then in Class D softball, a good one between Searsport and Bangor Christian. Searsport wins 12-7. All right, and the other game 2 in Boston, we had one on Monday. This one happening on Wednesday. The Celtics also looking to take a 2-game lead over the Miami Heat. It was a great showing for Boston on Sunday in Game 1 with a dominant 20-point victory. Boston, led by Jason Tatum, who had his first career triple-double with 23 points, 10 boards, and 10 assists. Tatum and the Celtics led by over 30 at one point, but that lead dwindled down to 15. Still, Boston able to close it out at the end, but all anyone has been talking about really is this hard foul coming up from Caleb Martin on Jason Tatum late in the game with the Heat down 16, under a minute left. Some say it's a dirty play or it's intentional, but here was what Jason Tatum and head coach Mazzulla say when they react to the play.
Just understanding it's playoff basketball, right? It's a physical game, playing against a physical team. It's not the last time I'm probably going to get hit like that or fouled in this series. So, I wasn't hurt. You get hit like that, just get up.
I was just thinking, I was waiting to see what he was going to do. I was kind of excited about the whole situation. So I enjoyed watching it.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, makes driving a new car affordable. Right now, lease a brand new Kia Forte for just $199 a month. You get 41 mpg highway and tons of technology. Or lease a brand new all-wheel drive Kia Seltos for just $259 a month. Or buy a brand new Kia Sportage for under $30,000. And best of all, every new Kia at Van Sickle comes with Kia's 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business, making driving affordable at Van Sickle Kia.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Refine, your local expert in window and door installation, carpentry repairs, and commercial facilities management. At Refine, we're proud to offer Maine-made Paradigm windows crafted with care and precision to ensure quality and durability like no other. From quaint cottages to bustling businesses, let us refine your space with our signature Maine-made touch. Trust Refine to exceed your expectations every time. Contact us today and let Maine craftsmanship elevate your home or business. Rise with Refine.
Higher shipping rates may be the cost of doing business, but at what cost?
Turn shipping to your advantage with low-cost ground shipping from the United States Postal Service.
At the Toyota Spring Savings Event, great selection means lots of great savings deals. College students and recent grads could get a $500 rebate over and above most other offers. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Planet Oats so creamy and not watery like.
Exactly, and unsweetened has 0 grams of sugar.
And don't forget, it's an excellent source of calcium.
Wow, Planet Oat really has it all.
You guys are so right. No, you are.
No, you are.
No, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Hi, Eastern Maine. Watch 25 Words or Less with me, Meredith Vieira, weekdays at 9 a.m. after Good Morning Maine on Fox 22.
An action thriller, a modern classic, and an iconic British duo are among the new digital DVD and music releases available to add to your home library. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin runs down the list of what's new in home entertainment.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Jason Statham's action thriller The Beekeeper tops this week's list of what's new in home entertainment. He plays a former operative of an organization known as Beekeepers, who puts aside his now honey-making hobby and comes out of retirement to avenge his friend's death.
I just want to know what's going on.
The comedy Drive Away Dolls follows two friends on an impromptu road trip to Tallahassee, Florida, which takes an unexpected turn when they cross paths with a group of unskilled criminals.
Do you always go on holiday alone?
Ian McShane leads the thriller American Star as a veteran assassin on a final assignment on the island of Fuerteventura, where he experiences a renewed sense of life.
We deal in deception here.
Available to own on 4K Ultra HD disc and digital for the first time is Martin Scorsese's Oscar-winning crime thriller The Departed, starring Jack Nicholson, Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Mark Wahlberg. And the 1989 classic Steel Magnolias gets a 4K Ultra HD upgrade in honor of its 35th anniversary.
Yes, a crime!
A small screen favorite to own, the animated series Harley Quinn Season 4 is on DVD and Blu-ray. For music fans, rock band Alien Ant Farm released Mantras, their first album in 9 years. And English synth pop duo Pet Shop Boys released their 15th album nonetheless. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, it was all smiles today at UMaine as a partnership between Student Life and the University of Maine Credit Union came to life with the grand opening of a new Center for Accessibility and Volunteer Engagement. The center will use space shared by the Bodwell Center for Service and Volunteerism, located in the former University Credit Union building. Officials say bringing student accessibility services and the Bodwell Center for Service and Volunteerism will help students with disabilities get all the help they need as they navigate their University of Maine journey.
What comes together here now, a central location for student access, allowing both of these units to respond to increased student need and demand for services and assistance.
The Cave at University Credit Union also houses a food pantry and clothing exchange. Plenty of excitement for the future of disabled students on campus in Orono.
And finally tonight, it's a sure sign of spring when the ospreys return to their nest in Lemoyne. Ospreys tend to build nests at the top of utility poles, which represents a danger to them. Versant Communications Supervisor Marissa Miner says Versant Power built the platform the nest sits on to actually help keep the birds safe.
We know that ospreys return to the same spot every year, and what we don't want is for them to return and nest on power lines. So we actually have over 20 of these special platforms throughout our whole service territory.
Well, ospreys do mate for life, and they will be laying their eggs in May, and then the eggs hatch in June. A camera powered entirely by solar energy is situated on the osprey platform in Lemoyne, so you can watch all of that happen 24/7. Simply go to versantpower.com.
Public libraries in Maine are filled with so much more than just books these days. Among the stacks of reading materials, movies, and puzzles, visitors will also find seeds for growing their own vegetables and flowers. And as Jody Hersey tells us, these free seedlings are helping old-fashioned libraries attract newcomers through the doors.
53 people have already borrowed seeds from the library.
Just inside the doors of the Buck Memorial Library in Bucksport is a card catalog filled with drawers of seeds. This is the third year the Seed Lending Library has been in operation. Visitors are welcome to take seeds to grow their own vegetables and plants and then donate seeds back to the library. First-time growers will also be able to borrow books and resources on gardening and canning their own food.
Providing free services for people is really important. It's food sovereignty as well. So even if you're in an apartment, you can take a couple of tomato seeds and grow your own tomatoes in a pot.
The Old Town Public Library is also participating in seed lending, although the staff prefer to call it a seed pantry rather than a seed library.
So similar to a food pantry, but it's like DIY. You do have to grow it, where there are no expectations to bring any seeds back.
This pantry is a first for the Old Town Public Library, which has provided the public with an herb garden outside its library for years.
Once everything is established and growing well, feel free to take a little of what you need for your supper that night.
Crystal Sherman sees vegetable seeds as a way to get people to frequent area libraries once again.
I have little kids, they're always in with their parents and they love it. And we have the older generations who come for the books, but we're starting to get more in between using these different things that we're doing. And I'm really hoping that gardening will get a lot of those people.
In Old Town, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Just a reminder of some of the incredible resources that libraries offer.
Yeah, and the numerous ways that they try to enrich our lives and broaden our horizons as well, which is, it's a healthy thing.
Right.
And also, learning how to grow your own food, or at least some of it. I mean,
Yeah.
That's great all around.
And it's great because it is like a one-stop shop, because not only can you get your seeds, but also some of the reading materials to help guide you along that process.
Yeah, you need both.
Yep.
Alrighty, folks, that's all for us. Good night.
Good night, everyone.